Ooh, we got quite a few strawberries today.
I'm gonna show you guys how many cucumbers there are on this plant. It is crazy. I just can't believe it. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Angel's Peaceful Garden. I'm a beginner gardener in Gardening Zone 8B, and I came out very quickly to do a harvest after I got off work because I saw that we had a lot of herbs and cucumbers that are ready and some squash, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So let's get started harvesting. I've never grown this particular variety of cucumber before. It is called a Bait Alpha cucumber, and this is the first harvest off of this plant. But I'm gonna show you guys how many cucumbers there are on this plant. It is crazy. I just can't believe it. The amount that just popped out as soon as I put them on these string trellises is ridiculous. I don't know how often I'm going to be getting a harvest like this, but it seems like it could be a pretty prolific cucumber variety. So here are the cucumbers that are growing. I'm not going to take these two because I feel like they have a little bit more time. I think they can get a little bit bigger, but I think I'm going to take this one and this one today. Maybe that one too. We're going to be making pickles with these, so I think these are big enough to make a pickle out of. I don't want them to get too big to where we'll have to get a jar that's gigantic. A regular jar size pickle though, I think these will be fine. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. And this one. I'm pretty happy with the size of this squash, this winter squash, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this now. It says you're supposed to do a fingernail test and it's not supposed to leave a dent. So that's happening. No dent. And I actually have the small one here on this side that I want to get bigger, so I'm gonna take this larger one so that this one can get a little bit bigger. All right, that is my first ever squash. That is exciting. I got a squash. If you guys remember from the last time you saw these, I have fed them with 511, and I also added in the 511 some Epsom salt. So these look a whole lot healthier. You can still see some yellowing leaves, but nothing like they were looking. They were super yellow. So I will probably do at least one more feeding on these. What we have here is pole beans, and a lot of people said that they don't feed them at all, but if the leaves are yellow, go ahead and feed them. As well as feeding them, I added the shade cloth, and I think the combination of the two are helping them a whole lot because they are looking tons greener than they were and a lot healthier. I'm hoping that this zucchini over here will be pollinated. That would be the second harvest off of this plant if it was pollinated, and that plant does look a lot healthier as well. Everything over here looks a whole lot greener. I also planted more pole beans right there, and they are coming up. That's exciting. And again, as you can see, all of these beans, these bush beans over here look a whole lot greener. I'm so happy with how they're looking right now. And they are still putting on beans, and they look a lot healthier. I also am watering them a lot better, so I think we'll get lots of beans off of these. I'm gonna go ahead and take this broccoli shoot here. I still got a broccoli head growing right there, so that should be a nice harvest. What in the world? I had some Kentucky pole beans planted in here too, but this one looks not too good, and something came through and killed this one. We got some popping up over here. and only one in that pot, and nothing down there in those two. Hopefully I don't have to reseed this. And then right here I have some sweet potatoes that I'm trying to grow slips out of as well, so hopefully they'll pop up some slips. I was noticing some browning on my strawberry patch, so I also added shade cloth here. There's a few strawberries in here. That one looks ready.
Ooh, we got quite a few strawberries today.
I think that's all from that one. All right, we're gonna go over here and see if we can get some sage out of this container here. I have some here and I have some in the Dollar Tree vertical planters that need to be harvested. This is my first time doing a harvest on sage, but I hear that you're supposed to cut it above the nodes so that you won't be growing sticks from the top. So I'm going to try to cut above the nodes so that it can continue growing correctly. The dogs are awake, y'all. This dog's barking on both sides. They just want to be heard. Okay, here we go. I had to look this up because I had no idea how you're supposed to harvest sage, and I didn't want to cut these plants wrong, but it's going all over the back of this pot back here, so I figure I can go ahead and take some now. It smells really good. It's supposed to rain a lot tomorrow, so I wanted to get out here today just in case I can't get out here tomorrow, because I definitely do not want to slow down production on my cucumbers, because I let those cucumbers stay on there too long. This is more than a notion because it's hard to see that new growth. I'm coming on to apologize, guys. I did not push the noise canceling button on my speaker, and that is why the AC noise, dogs barking, and all of that is such an issue. Also, I don't know why I was so country this day. I think I was tired from work, and that's why I was being so country. So what I'm looking for is to make sure that there's still some new growth left where the node is. Right here. Oh, it just smells like Thanksgiving dinner. There's a few brown leaves. I'm going to take those off and clean it up as I'm going. I think this one is good. I'll take a few of these zinnias, cut them down some. I'm cutting them where it's starting a new head. Right here, getting some of the old ones off, deadheading, and that'll keep us having new blooms. Y'all see how this one has one growing right there, so I'm gonna cut it right here. And that one has one coming in right here. And then I'll just put these cut flowers in the house in some water. And we'll have pretty blooms for a few days in the house. I'm gonna run over here and see if we can't get some sage from over here. I'm just taking enough to fill up the dehydrator because I don't want to run it unnecessarily. So I am going to take enough sage to where it'll make it worth the while to run it. I got one more plant back here. planters up on this wall. They look beautiful and they are really enjoying only getting morning sun and afternoon shade. So I can't say enough. I come out every morning and I just look at them and I think they are so pretty. We're gonna go over to the greenhouse because I have some bok choy that I need to harvest over here. This plant right here is going to seed, so I'm just gonna take it out completely and I'll just go ahead and put that one in the trash. And then I'll go ahead and harvest these other two. We really enjoyed this baby choy. That's why I planted as much as I did. So I'm glad to be able to harvest these today, and we'll probably do a stir fry and have a nice little old stir fry with them. So here's an update on my watermelon. As you can see, it is doing quite well on this trellis. Looks like we have a pollinated sugar baby watermelon there. Maybe possibly one there as well. But it is climbing this trellis quite well. Here are some beautiful black-eyed Susan that are right outside my back door beside the trellis, and I am really enjoying these. They are doing quite well. On the other side here, they are not faring as well. I don't know why these aren't blooming like the other side. It'll happen soon though, because they are starting to open. But I'm just waiting. It's right outside my back door, and I think that's going to be beautiful. And over here we have the Crimson Sweet watermelon. It does not have any female flowers on it yet. I've only seen one male so far, but it's climbing well and it looks a lot better than it did. And down in the bottom, I also put some pole beans in there as well. We also have a sugar baby watermelon growing there, and it has gotten quite large over the last week. Absolutely beautiful. And I think we might actually have another one right there that's pollinated, and there as well. So I think we have 3 going on this plant, and I don't think I'll let any more stay on that are pollinated. I think I'll just go ahead and tear some of them off so that we can get a couple of big ones instead of just like 2 tiny ones. I just pulled these 3 onions because the nicks were broken. I have a few more. So I have this one here. I'll go ahead and take that one as well. And over here in this bed, I have this small white onion as well. As you can see, I'm glad I left these because look at that. That is a nice bulb forming on that one there. And there are a few more in here that are doing that. This one is laying all the way over. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. Maybe that one will get some sun now. That one is bulbing as well. So I think I made a good decision by leaving these in here. This is one that I grew from seed. This one has a huge top on it, and hopefully the sun is not in y'all's way and you can see that it is huge. I think when I pulled the other ones out, it had some more room, so it started bulbing like that. I don't know, it's split though. I wonder if I should just go ahead and take it. The top is split into 2. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take it. I don't need it to be any bigger than that. We're gonna go ahead and take this. That's a nice size, whatever it is. The sun is setting in the garden, And I have completed today's harvest. We got some sage, onions, bok choy, summer squash, and winter squash. I went and pulled some dill as well so we can make pickles with my cucumbers. We also have strawberries and some flowers. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you enjoyed the harvest today. We've got so much noise going on in the background. I am going to have to play music and just mute it for parts of this, but I hope that was okay for you. I had a great time in my garden this evening after work, unwinding and harvesting cucumbers and sage and flowers, and I hope you did too. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope you come back and see us, and until I see you next time, as always, may the good Lord take a liking to you.